Three bridges to greater success. This can work for entrepreneurs and professionals. I have had the privilege to do work across a couple of countries, 20 countries, 4 continents, and I have worked with top entrepreneurs, top government leaders, UN officials and institutions here and there, African Development Bank, Obama Foundation. Here and there, I've had the privilege to do work in a couple of places that you can call them the top, and some to the least, work with startup entrepreneurs, work with people who are trying to find their purpose, discover who they are, what they want to do with their lives here and there. So I have been able to be around, some of the greatest and those who are still trying to find their path as far as life is concerned. And as a person myself, I have been on a journey. And in all of this process to work with people to see how they can experience tremendous success in career, in business, in finances, for those who are seeking global dominance in what they do. And as a person myself seeking success globally and all that I do, I have come to realize that there are certain bridges. There are certain bridges in life that if we don't understand and intentionally develop the mindset, the skill set, and the attitude and the lifestyle to begin to cover these bridges, we will find it difficult to actually succeed. So the purpose of this masterclass today, as we face out this year and enter a new season, is to, for some people, it will be a reminder that, oh, I need to start taking care of this. I need to be intentional about this. For other people, it will be totally new, and they will need to intentionally embark on a journey to begin to establish these bridges so they can experience tremendous success in what they do. I strongly believe that anybody can become incredible. Anybody. All you need to do is discover what you have to do and start doing it. As I always say, if you want to go to the next level, acquire the knowledge, the skills, the mindset, and the resources that the next level requires. For example, if you desire to start making £1 million every month or $1 million every month on your career or business, it's simple. Start being a seeker to understand, acquire the skills, the mindset, the lifestyle, and all the things that you need to start making that which you desire. Because until you become, you cannot make it happen. Everybody has a dream, but the people that will get to manifest their dreams are the people who have paid the price and have gone through the process to become the people that can actually make the dream to happen. And in this session, for the next couple of minutes, we will be looking at these three bridges that I strongly believe. I have seen the reality. I have done my own research. And that's one thing about me. I hardly teach anything in my master classes when I have not done research. I interview people, I do analysis, I read books, I make sure that I understand that what I'll be teaching has some proof, have some data, and you can look at the track record. They can establish, oh, this has worked before, or there are chances it can work tomorrow, right? Good. So what are these three bridges? Let's get to work. And before we get deep into talking about that, I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something. In life, you will find some entrepreneurs and professionals producing more results than others. Yes, you always find that. You always find that. Even in my job, in my job, I have coached entrepreneurs from different capacities, different countries, and you see some will produce tremendous results and others will not. You see entrepreneurs from the same coach, the same consultant, the same expert with different results. There are many things in play that can lead to all of that. Like in the same country, you see entrepreneurs and people in the same country, but you see some people richer than others and some barely struggling to feed. Why? Why is that? Or you see in the same family, same dad, same mother, but different results. Those who produce more results have been able to cross core bridges to greater success. And there are many other bridges, but I will talk about three. There are many other bridges, but I think that these three bridges I want to talk about, which is in preparation for your next year, they are very important. They are the core foundational bridges that you need to actually do that. And please stay towards the end of the session, because every year, every December 30th, I always release a book. I always release an ebook for people to use and prepare themselves for next year. I always do an analysis, look at where the world is coming from and look at where the world is going to. I am also an expert in what you can call future of work analysis or future organization analysis. I try to analyze the economy. Where will the economy be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, all of that. And every year, I try to anticipate what may happen as far as 2023 is concerned. What are the things that may happen from January right up to December? And what do I encourage my clients to do and the people that want to do? And when I now write and I have finished the ebook, the 8-page ebook on the things that entrepreneurs and professionals should start doing in order to maintain consistent results throughout 2023. I will explain exactly how you can get this ebook by tomorrow morning. I will email them tomorrow to my client and the community workshop, all of that. And people can start going through that 34-page document that I have spent several weeks to put them together regarding what they should do as far as next year is concerned to experience incredible results. So to produce more results, there are three bridges that you need to cross. Bridge number one, follow me very carefully. Bridge number one, I call it the bridge of awareness. The bridge of awareness. The bridge of awareness. When you come across a new idea or learn that there is a better way to do something, either by reading or watching someone else to perform, you are now in a new state of awareness. Yes, this is the bridge of awareness. Let's say you can learn something, you can come across a new idea, you can read a book, you can watch a video, you can observe someone, you see they are doing something. They're doing something that you have seen for the first time, or something that you feel that you could do that thing. What is happening at that particular dispensation is you have had a state called the state of awareness. And this state is very important for any successful person. Nobody wakes up and just build incredible things. No. Nobody wakes up and creates incredible things. People who build and do amazing things are people who take advantage of the new state of awareness. These are people that pay attention to details. They understand their environment. They observe what is happening around them, and they take advantage of it. Like, for example, I'll just explain to you that I have put together a 34-page ebook based on the state and the lifestyle and the mindset and the attitude that people should practice throughout next year if they are going to succeed in career and in their business. And a good part of this, because I am good at understanding the state of awareness. When things happen around me, when I look at the news, I observe people, I observe entrepreneurs and professionals, or wherever I pass or the countries I travel to, I make sure that I am learning stuff. I am observing them. I am taking down notes. And this enables me now to be able to create more value from the things that I'm aware of. Many people are not able to perform at their highest level because they are very ignorant of many things happening around them. They don't pay attention to details. They don't pay attention to their industry. They don't pay attention to their company as a whole. They don't pay attention to what other professionals in their sectors are doing. Even as an entrepreneur, you don't pay attention to the changes that your competitors are bringing to the market and how these changes will cause a disruption in the industry, in the economy, and in the continent, or even in the world at large. We need to start doing that. I made a post yesterday on Facebook and I said, if you are a serious entrepreneur, it is your responsibility to make sure you understand how these two things work. Number one, inflation and recession. Because next year, we will see a lot of inflation and recession. And if as an entrepreneur, you don't understand how will inflation affect my business, inflation get to happen. My business. What do I need to make sure I my business so it is not negatively affected? All of this is what you can call the state of awareness. So any professional, any entrepreneur who is going to win next year, you need to make sure that you are intentionally coming across new ideas. You are learning better ways to do things. And as when you do that, you are conscious of these things. You are not ignoring them. You can even have a notebook, a journal, where you jot down these ideas that you come across, because these are important and these are the things that will set you apart. They will set you apart. And you know, for example, I have a couple of clients that they'll come to me and just pay me as only Joybert. Look at our company, look at the industry, advise us. What should we be looking at next year? Basically, they're paying me for my state of awareness. So when you understand the bridge of awareness, it helps you a lot in your personal life, in your business, and in your career. Let's go deeper into this. In this stage called the conscious incompetent, you know there is something to change, but you haven't yet started doing anything about it. This is another state of awareness, which is called conscious incompetence. Right? You know that there is something to change, but you are not doing anything about it to change. Let's come to your personal life. There are some people that they know that there are certain habits that they are negatively affecting them. They know that this habit is not good, but they are not doing anything as far as that negative habit is concerned. If you are doing that right now, you are in a stage called unconscious incompetence. You know what can destroy you, but you're pampering it. Like I always say, avoid pampering what will destroy you tomorrow. Let's say, for example, alcohol, for example, too much alcohol, the more you drink it, the more it negatively affects your heart and your thinking. There's no, for example, there's a research was done and it was stated that anybody who drinks alcohol consistently, then negatively affects their mind. They cannot think at the same frequency like somebody who stays away from alcohol and practice to eat a lot of vegetables and drink a lot of fruit. There's a research like that. Alcoholics cannot think at the same frequency like non-alcoholics have the potential of their brains, right? So you know that alcohol is negative, it's not good for your liver. You know that alcohol is not good for your brain, but yet you are not taking steps to actually stop that. You are in a stage called conscious incompetence. And conscious incompetence is not good. People need to walk out of that stage. It's a state of awareness without taking any actions to address that particular state, conscious incompetence. So for you to rise in life, for you to succeed next year, you need to start identifying which areas in my life am I practicing conscious incompetence and start taking actions to address them. Because any area where you're practicing conscious incompetence will negatively slow down and affect your productivity and your ability to produce results. There are some people that you have experienced financial success, financial rest, financial lifting in their life because there are negative habits in their life, negatively affecting their finances, but yet because they are constantly in a state of conscious incompetence or not doing anything about it, they will get stuck financially. Year in, year out, their financial life gets worse. Not because the economy is that bad, but because their financial habits are that terrible. Are you going through conscious incompetence? You need to make changes. You need to make changes. If you know you're going through conscious incompetence, type a 1 in the chat box. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's an accountability action. Type a 1. You know that you're going through conscious incompetence. Maybe in your career, in your business, in your personal life, there are things that you know about them, but you have been pampering them. You are not taking action. You're not doing anything about it. Make a decision. Make a decision. I will do something about it immediately. Make a declaration. Type in the chat box, I will do something about this immediately. Yes. I love declaration because they challenge you. They instill in your mind, in your subconscious mind, the willingness to cause change and to push things forward. Yes, I will do something about it. Yes. After today's session, immediately after today's session, go and start doing something about it immediately. Let's proceed. Number 2, the bridge of learning. The bridge of learning. Now, this second bridge is very important. Very, very important. This is a bridge that when you begin to cross this bridge, nothing can stop you as far as your career is concerned. Now, this bridge is a state called conscious incompetence. That's called conscious, this is a type where conscious competence, right? This way you have taken time to really learn how to do something new and better, but you aren't yet that skillful at it. Now, this is because there's a difference between reading about something and becoming skillful about something. Many people are good readers, but people are not good when it comes to relevant skills. Like I always say, nobody pays you because you are tall, because you're short, because you're fat, because you're whatever. No, people pay you because of the skill you have, because only skills can create value. Skills create value, not gifting, not your passion, not your purpose. If you want to make money from your purpose, you need to learn how to convert your purpose into a skill that can create value and make people to pay you. So this bridge of learning is where you take steps to learn. You can learn about yourself. You can learn about your environment. You can learn about your field. You can learn about stuff, but you have not yet become skillful at it. You know what to do. You can do it, but it is still a bit tricky for you. Now, this is more practical in the case of purpose. There are many people, I'm saying this because people always come to me. So I've discovered my purpose, I don't know what to do next. And that's why we had a master class on 11 building blocks to manifest your purpose. It's on my YouTube channel. There are 11 things that if you begin to do, if you follow those 11 building blocks, you will start manifesting your purpose immediately. Or this particular bridge of learning is that if you go to university, like the University of Goya or in Africa, the US or Europe, they can do a BSc. They can do a BSc program in marketing, but they are not skillful at marketing. Or somebody have read about digital marketing, but reading about it is one thing. They have learned about digital marketing, but if you put them on ground, give them the internet, give them a laptop, they cannot do search engine optimization. They cannot write good content. They cannot create even a Facebook page. They cannot do a paid ad. So they did the learning as far as digital marketing is concerned, but they have not become skillful at it. That's why you will see people who know things, but they are broke. You know people like that? If they speak grammar here, they know things. They know things about a particular field, but they are broke in that particular field. They cannot monetize what they know because you don't really monetize what you just learned. You monetize what you have developed skills around. Practical, real-time marketplace skills. So you often hear of high income skills and not high income learning. It's high income skill. So the stage of learning, the bridge of learning is the bridge where you just learn, but that you need to cross that bridge. It's the same like the bridge, the state of awareness, the first bridge. You become aware of something, you need to cross that bridge on the other side. Then the bridge of learning, you need to cross that particular bridge. So for example, you are listening to me right now, and let's assume that there are things that you know, but you don't know how to use what you know to actually serve people and create impact. Now, I always say something which I believe in it strongly. If you claim that you have intelligence, if you claim that you have wisdom, proof of wisdom is in two things. I summarize your level of wisdom, your level of knowledge, your level of skillfulness in two things. Number one, use it to create impact for other people. Number two, make money for yourself. So if you know things and you are not able to create impact and contribute to the society in the lives of others, what you know. And number two, monetize what you know and make money for yourself and have a good livelihood. There is something what you know. We need to come to your life and begin to analyze your model for the kind of thing that you know and the process you're going about it. And there are many people who are at this stage. They know things because they have just learned about it, but they are not able to use it to society, contribute to the advancement of humanity, and secondly, improve their livelihood by making money out of it, by monetizing what they know. So they need to cross the bridge of learning. So as you enter next year, if you are struggling financially, if you are struggling in your career and your business, you need to check, are you stuck in the bridge of just learning? You need to cross to the bridge of being skillful and using the skill to monetize and create impact. There's a training that we are currently promoting right now, and I'll be doing that training starting on the 3rd of January, a professional certified program on becoming a workshop facilitator and trainer. In that training for 12 days, I'll be teaching people who know things, but they don't know how they can use that thing to teach other people and make money out of it. Practically teach people, transform them. There's a model there on how to create transformation in the mind, in the heart, and in the soul. There's a way to do that. There's a process to achieve that. And when you follow that process, you can do it. So the aim is, I want to pick up people who are interested in register and say, what do you know? How can we use what you know to show you a process to go through and pick out what you know to create impact in the lives of people, and again, make money out of it for yourself as a professional. So it's basically transitioning people from the bridge of learning to the bridge of skillfulness and creating impact. So as you get set to start next year, if you're struggling in your career, you're struggling in your business, you're struggling financially, you need to do a thorough analysis as far as your learning is concerned. Are you just learning, or you're becoming skillful and competent about it? Because when you do that, it's going to help you a lot in achieving that. Bridge number 3, call it the bridge of repetition. The bridge of repetition. It is the key to getting into a state of unconscious competence. This is a stage where you have entered like a state of flow. It's a place where great habits are formed and you can effortlessly and perfectly perform even complex tasks with ease, right? It's called unconscious competence. It means that you have become so good at something that you don't struggle to get that thing done. You are a professional in your field. One of the major things to rate an expert in any field is to check if they have entered the state of unconscious competence. There are certain things that they do effortlessly. Why is this? Why is this possible? How is this possible? Something called habits and systems. There are some habits that you have created around your life that you have consistently practiced these habits. And because of the habits that you have done on a daily basis, you have now entered a state of unconscious competence. And the best way to enter this state is to use the bridge of repetition. What are those important things? I like to call them productive activities. What are those productive activities around your profession, around your job, around your career, that you can do them repetitively, you can do them consistently, you can practice them on a daily basis with the purpose of entering the state of unconscious competence? One of the things that can enable you to remain a relevant professional in what you do is your ability to enter the state of unconscious competence. There are things in your industry, there are things in your job, there are things in whatever you do that no matter how complex others may see it, but for you, because you have entered the state of unconscious competence, you perform them with ease, without any struggle. The secret is for you to cross the bridge of repetition. Let me give you a present example. For some of you, you read for me every morning, like email, newsletters, and all of that. 10 years ago, I made up my mind that I will write at least 300 articles. I'll write one article every day made up of 300 words. And that's why I've been doing every day since 2012. Every day. And there are some days I write 2 articles. I intentionally wanted to train myself to become a good researcher, a good analyst, a good developer in my field. And I noticed that the best way to do that is to grow and improve myself as far as writing about business, about personal productivity, about success strategies, and all of that on a daily basis. Now, the secret here is doing it on a daily basis. That is the bridge of repetition. And when I automatically did that, I now entered the state of unconscious competence. So it is possible for me to sit at any time within the day and I can write any article at any time in my field, because I am not struggling to write it. It is all in, as far as writing articles in business and career and success concerned, as far as that is concerned, I am in a state of unconscious competence. It naturally flows. It's the same like creating PowerPoint presentations like the one you see. In my entire life, I have created almost 2,000 PowerPoint presentations. Sometimes in a week, I speak in about what, 4, 5 different Zoom sessions, physical sessions here and there. So I'm always creating stuff. And I hardly repeat PowerPoint presentations. This is the first time I'm presenting this. But I created PowerPoint about 2 months ago and I just kept it. I did not create it now. Sometimes I will just sit and an idea comes from mind. I'll just start creating them and I'll keep them. So I don't struggle to create PowerPoint presentations. I don't struggle to draft keynote addresses because I have already entered a state of unconscious competence. And the secret to enter this state is the bridge of repetition. What are those core things in your career that they are the foundation of your career? Same for business. One of the most important things that needs the bridge of repetition in business is marketing. If you want to consistently make money in business, you need to practice the bridge of repetition in marketing. You only stop marketing when you have discovered that you are having more clients than how you can satisfy them. But as long as you need more money, you need to practice the bridge of repetition as far as marketing is concerned. So you're constantly, you're marketing every day. Like for example, for those who know, telecommunication companies like in Cameroon, MTN, Orange, and other countries, Airtel, Nigeria, all of that, Vodafone, and all of that. If you notice, these companies always send SMSs almost every day. Marketing of new products, existing products, campaigns, discounts is a daily thing. They are using the bridge of repetition in their marketing department to make sure that they consistently stay and make sure you see and buy what they are offering. So as far as marketing is concerned, you need to operate from the state of unconscious competence. You form the right habits and you become so good at what you do that you effortlessly and perfectly perform your complex task with ease. It is the same, for example, there are some people that are always afraid of training and speaking. When I'm doing public speaking training or master class or doing the trainers program, I always tell them what I used to do. Several years ago when I started my journey, about 2011 or so, what I used to do was I bought a 2 by 2 meters mirror, right? Like, yeah, this mirror and stuff. So what I used to do is I used to practice in front of the mirror. I'll put my laptop, put a PowerPoint presentation, and I'll be speaking in front of the mirror and looking at myself. I'll be training, I'll do it repetitively, do it consistently, do it every day. Automatically, I entered the state of unconscious competence. Put me in front of any audience. I had the privilege to speak in front of ministers, former head of state, anywhere, top company executives, put in front of the United Nations. There will be no iota of fear because I am not struggling to speak. I am speaking from the place of unconscious. I've done it over and over consistently. And I want you to note this: repetition does not remove improvement. In the bridge of repetition, you need to make sure you are improving. Learn new things and improve. Adaptability is important in the bridge of repetition. If not, you become obsolete. So as you are practicing the bridge of repetition, make sure that you are preserving your environment. And that's why you need the state of awareness. That is bridge number 1. You need a state of awareness. Always be aware of what is happening around your industry, around your business, around your economy. Wherever you're playing as a professional playmaker, you need to pay attention to it. And as you are practicing the bridge of repetition, you need to adapt to the new tools, new resources, new players, and improve on your system, but make sure that you are consistently becoming the best at what you do, because the goal is you need to become the expert that can be paid, that can be rewarded, that can be celebrated. And what makes you an expert? Your ability to do certain things in your industry effortlessly, perfectly, with class, with confidence, and with ease. Because without that, people are going to wonder, what kind of expertise do you command? If you cannot produce results, you cannot create value, you cannot effectively lead people to that state where they can excitedly produce incredible results. That practice, which is the practice of repetition, allows you to be able to manage an incredibly complex task without using any of your conscious brain. Why is that? Because you have so grown. You have so grown at what you do. Your system is so used to it. You're almost like in a default stage as far as that particular job is concerned. And this is where the 10,000 hour rule comes in. 10,000 hours rule. It states that for you to become an expert in any field, you must have done that thing for at least 10,000 hours. And that is why actually professionals start becoming masters or good at what they do from the servant or the seat here, the seat or the servant here. And if you're someone who is in business or you do business research, you will notice that majority, more than 95% of businesses start making money or being very profitable, or they break even from the seat or the servant year. Do you know one of the foundational things that sponsors that? Because the entrepreneur managing that business has become so competent over time. They're about to clock the 10,000 hours rule. When you break down 10,000 hours, you will notice that it will take you averagely 6 to 7 years to do the same thing over and over and become an expert. So the 10,000 hour rule is simple. For you to become an expert at anything, you have to do that thing over and over. You have to become a key player in that industry for at least 10,000 hours. And for many young people, they find it difficult to become expert at anything because many of us don't have the patience to pick a career, stay in that career, and grow in that career. That's why I always say, if you are doing anything and money is the primary thing that you decided to do that thing, then you are using the wrong decision-making framework to make a very important decision in your life. Money should never be the primary reason for you to choose a business or choose a career. I always say that in every industry you can make money. Are there not millionaires in almost every industry? The industry where somebody is failing, you see somebody making money. In every industry is a money-making industry. The difference is some people have mastered that industry and some have not. That's the difference. You see somebody will tell you that, oh, agriculture is very bad. I tried it and I lost my money. It's not a very good business. Meanwhile, you see another person making a lot of money from agriculture. You see somebody who try, let's say, school and fail in the school. Say, school is so hard. It's a very bad business. Meanwhile, in the same education industry, there is somebody making millions every year from running a school. There is no bad industry. There's no bad business sector. There are only bad business people. There are only incompetent business people. There are only business people who have not grown to become expert, to become excellent at what they do. That's the difference. Because if there were only bad industries and bad business sectors or bad careers, you show me a career where there's nobody doing that thing, totally nobody. There's none. Somebody say, you see, to become a teacher, you're totally going to be a failure. Are they not successful teachers teaching? They are. They have learned to become good at what they do. They have learned to monetize other things apart from teaching. But they have tapped into the teaching staff to leverage on it and become much, much better. So there's no bad career. There's no bad business sector. There is only players who are not good enough to play in these sectors. And that's why the breach of repetition is important, because you start training yourself to become the right player who can play in that industry, in that sector, and become very successful at what you do. So in all of this, if you are going to win next year, among other things that you have been learning, I challenge you, make sure that you are conscious as far as your state of awareness is concerned. Make sure you are conscious that whatever you are learning, you are not only learning, but you are converting what you're learning into a relevant monetizable skill. And when you do that, make sure that you challenge yourself to become an expert by leveraging on the breach of repetition. As I started saying, we are now in a marketplace. We are now in a society where it punishes generalists and celebrates experts and specialists. The marketplace industries are becoming so rowdy and so noisy. And the best way to cut across. The global population now is 8 billion and it keeps on growing on a daily basis. Those are 8 billion people looking for jobs, looking for money, looking for success, looking for better careers, looking to start businesses. Do not be among the people who are comfortable and who are mediocre or who are just average performers. The best way to stand out and become very successful at what you do is for you to do what others are not willing to do. Pay the price to be among the highest performers in whatever that you do. And that is why the last breach, the breach of repetition, becomes very critical for you. When you operate from that perspective, you'll become so good. It's going to take you time, commitment, But if you do it right, you start seeing the results as you grow and become much, much better. All right, everybody, if there are questions, you can ask me now, and then we'll round up the session, and I'll give you instruction on how you can benefit from the ebook I've put together on the state of thinking, the state of living, and the state of attitude that you must practice next year in order to win and become successful in what you do as a professional and an entrepreneur. Any questions? Raise up your hand or type in the chat box and I will address your questions. Those are following on Facebook. If you have any question, leave a comment and I will excitedly do my best to respond to your questions. Samuel, your hand is up. Do you have a question? Okay. So tomorrow is 30th. Yes, tomorrow 30th. So please, if you are not part of my email list, you can write me on Facebook, and I will send you so they can subscribe, so that by tomorrow morning, I will email, that's on the 30th, I will email for those who are receiving emails from me, I'll email these mind-blowing documents I have put together, Resourcefulness Unleashed, the Resourceful Entrepreneur and Professionals Playbook, Foundational Strategies for Achieving Success in Any Field. So this is what I believe, that if you're going to win in 2023, there are certain things that you have to understand. So I've put together this playbook that they are core foundations. When you have the right foundation, you can build anything. Those who are builders will tell you, you cannot lay foundation for a two-room house and use the same foundation to build a story building. It doesn't work. You want to build a story building, lay the foundation that can carry a story building. You want to build a four-room house, lay the foundation that can carry a four-room house. Okay, so tomorrow morning, 30th, this will hit the emails and the WhatsApp groups of my communities, and spend time and go through. It's just a 35-page introduction and all of that, 35-page, all of that, and go through and make sure that you start making changes or you need to make changes. And I believe that this playbook is going to help you. I've already emailed it to companies where I consult with them so that they can share with their staff and go through. And I'm already getting amazing feedback on how it's going to help them. So I know that's going to help individuals already who are entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs, professionals, or those who just want to become better at what they do. Okay, so don't miss this out. If you don't receive emails from me, you can write me on Facebook and I will send you the link to subscribe, and you get this in your inbox tomorrow morning. Or if somebody invited you to this webinar, you can ask the person to share with you the WhatsApp group where you can become a part of our community also, where you get to be part of many of these trainings that we organize. January, there are other trainings I have organized. The whole of January in my community, the whole of January, I'm handling wealth creation, how to make money, keep money, and multiply money. I'll be doing that a lot whole of January because I feel that it's important to lay that foundation at the beginning of the year. All right. Yes. Boris, go ahead. I see your hand is up. If it's a question, please go ahead. Oh, it's just raising up of hands. All right. Were you challenged? Were you blessed by the session? Indicate in the chat box. Do you feel that you're going to do some changes in your career, in your business? You're going to make some new commitments and all of that? Yes. Indicate in the chat box. Let me see. Okay. Samuel said the teaching has answered most of his questions. Happy to hear that. Awesome. Awesome. All right, people, that is it for today. Take care of yourselves. We may not talk again for those who are in the professionals and entrepreneurs fellowship community. We want to have our first session, of course, next week. New year, all of that. Take care and expect my email. And that's the last email I'll be sending for the year 2022, which will carry this 35-page ebook on resourcefulness unleashed. And I know that it will so bless you. It will go deeper. Some things I handled in this masterclass, you also get them deeper and deeper and deeper and all of that. For those who are following this webinar on YouTube later on tomorrow, this book will be published on my website, javnyuyjoybert.com. Go under articles. Maybe like after tomorrow, it should be on my website. Go under article and you'll find the book there like after one day, or on the 1st of January, the book should be on my website for download. But for those who are members of my community, you will receive them first thing tomorrow morning before 7 a.m. in your inbox. Take care, guys, and see you.